Chongqing is one of 5 national central cities in the People's Republic of China. It's in the southwest of the country, nestling within a circle of rocky ridges at the confluence of 2 rivers. A thick fog hangs constantly over the city, giving Chongqing its unofficial title, the capital of fog. The city also has another name, Chongqing, meaning city in the mountains. The jewel of Chongqing, and one of its newest landmarks, is the light railway, or Qingui in Chinese, literally meaning light rails. It fits perfectly into the complex city and mountain landscape. Some of the stations are true wonders of engineering. A few have even been built inside residential buildings. The residents have no objection to being so close. The light railway is almost soundless. A trip on the light rail can feel rather like a roller coaster ride, but the most important aspect is that the passengers are treated to breathtaking views as they travel. Li Go and his wife recently bought a flat in a brand new building near a light railway station. They particularly chose a building just a stone's throw from the new transport network because he works irregular hours, which sometimes involves night shifts.
像这个制度的话，其实平时算下来的话，休息时间还是比别人要多一些，比上礼拜1到礼拜5的要多一点。但是像我们就是没有固定的节假日，因为就是这样的方式就会一直保持下去。
Because of his erratic working schedule, Li Go can't spend as much time with his wife as he'd like. They often have to resort to communicating in the virtual world.
我和我的爱人相识5周年了，我想给她一个惊喜，带她去吃一个不一样的火锅。
It's a special day for the young couple. The anniversary of the day they met. They may have to spend the morning apart while they work, but Li is looking forward to spending the evening together. His wife is in for a real celebration, Chongqing style. The fog capital's city railway system only opened quite recently, in 2005. Now it consists of 2 light and 2 underground lines, and they're all interconnected. It now boasts almost 200 kilometers of tracks, and it has 86 stations.
灯直立正确，双线黄灯305秒。如果从轻轨转成地铁的话，也是可以的，可以申请，但是公司会对你进行再培训，因为单轨和地铁是不一样的。
Li Go's job doesn't appear too demanding. He uses just one control lever to drive the train. Pushing forward applies the brake, while pulling back acts as the accelerator. That daily grind and repetitive simplicity could well lead to an accident.
首先，我的工作的话，我就是负责驾驶单轨列车，然后确保这一趟列车安全的从起点站运行到终点站。然后我们还在运行过程中，如果遇到比方乘客有什么突发情况，还有列车出现了故障之类的，我们首先要进行排障。和如果遇到乘客，然后在车厢里面出了什么事故的话，我们也会及时上报。
To eliminate even the slightest chance of errors, as the train drivers work, they have to provide an audible running commentary of everything they do, backed up by special gestures to a camera in the driver's cabin.
马王城站准备停车。
The Chongqing monorail, just like counterparts in other densely populated Chinese cities, is a national-level project. So state authorities monitor the network especially closely.
正面军官，大门军官，女人脚步，停止正常。 我在这里等卷20。
Lo Jianfan and his team are responsible for maintaining amenities on the railway system for city residents and visitors.
我发现很多朋友到了重庆啊，喜欢去感受在轨道交通上啊，能够感受重庆独特的魅力。当然，这个除了就是在地下之外呢，更多的是他们是喜欢在沿江的这样的地段呢，能够去在地铁这相对比较在轨道这个相对比较高的地方呢。所以说，我想呢，旅游观光这一块其实呢是我们在轨道交通建设之后的另外的一个新的发现。当然，通过这个新的发现呢，我们也需要从轨道交通这样的试点去考虑我们城市的景观的组织和风貌的塑造，能够把这个城市的形象呢做得更好。
Chongqing city authorities are very particular, and not just about preserving the natural landscape, but also about the most up-to-date urban developments, both in terms of functionality and aesthetics. They pay particular attention to training skilled professionals like urban planners, architects and designers. Chongqing's future image makers and shapers are being prepared from a very early age. Art school headmistress Yu Xiaoni opened her creative institution especially to find gifted children in Chongqing.
其实我们现在学校做的这个教育呢，其实除了跟美术有关，我们实际上是希望通过我们的教学能够培养一个就是说思维广泛的人。
The school caters for different age ranges. Juniors are 3 to 5 years, and there are senior classes for 12 to 15-year-olds. The school also runs groups to help prepare students for the entrance exams to Chinese and overseas art colleges.
之前想来这个学校就是，我是比较喜欢画画，但是如果选择像其他的一些比较传统的那个美术学校的话，我觉得他们的训练太死板，就每天只能画同样的东西，然后重复画。然后这边的话就是教学的话内容比较灵活，然后会根据每个学生就是兴趣，他是比较注重培养兴趣，不繁杂，所以说感觉画起来比较轻松，然后自己也比较喜欢。因为它那个是除了背和手就感觉
就虚显起来看从那个上面到下面的角度啊，感觉来不来去的？你是故意要那种效果吗？
实际上，我们是培训小孩这方面能力，只是通过美术这个载体把它呈现出来。所以说，我们学校也致力于培养一个就具备高眼界的小孩子。所以说，我觉得未来的话，而且他们充分能够感觉到重庆。
During rush hour, every station is filled to capacity. But after 10 a.m., the flow of humanity eases off, and a ride on the light rail becomes a city tour.
我不是重庆人，但是我喜欢重庆那个轻轨，特别是坐到轻轨上面，看到重庆的风景，格外的美丽，特别喜欢坐轻轨。
Xin Chuanjie is head chef at a traditional hot pot restaurant. He moved to Chongqing especially to make the dish. Hot pot, also known as Chongqing steamboat, originated here in the 16th century. Traditional restaurants stay open late into the night. Chefs usually start working around lunchtime. Xin takes the train for some of his journey to work and rides a motorcycle for the rest. He left home earlier than usual today to collect his iron horse from a repair shop. Ask which is the biggest city on Earth, and Tokyo or New York are likely to be common replies. However, this true megacity of megacities has been rather unfairly overlooked, at least until now. Greater Chongqing covers an area of 82,000 square kilometers. That's the size of all of Austria, and its population has now reached 32 million.
就是说它是只能说这个重庆呢是非常独特的，就在于我们的直辖体制省域架构，它既有大的城市，也有大的农村。有些呢就是你像整个在我们的大都市区这个范围当中，就是所有的都成了区，但是呢它还是就是从城市发挥城市功能的角度，还是在整个主城区应该说是一个完整的一个独立的就是城市体的一个概念。
Not long ago, the fog capital was just a small village. The only surviving reminder of that rural past is the old town quarter, which hasn't just preserved the whimsical architecture, but also a sense of the ambience of an ancient village. Chongqing was designated a city less than a century ago, in 1929. But its explosive development only began after World War II.
那么重庆呢，也是在第2次世界大战时期，也是著名的反法西城市，是远东抗战的指挥中心。它与莫斯科、伦敦、华盛顿并列为世界4大反法西斯城市。
Every year on the 5th of June, an air raid siren can be heard throughout Chongqing. That's how they remember the terrible World War II bombing of what was then the capital of the Celestial Empire. At that time, the city wasn't just the administrative center, but major industrial facilities had also moved to Chongqing, laying the foundations for its future prosperity. The capital of fog has now been given another developmental kickstart. Chongqing today is an important waypoint in constructing a revival of the ancient Great Silk Road, part of what's known as the One Belt, One Road project. A free trade zone is being established here too, just like in Shanghai and Shenzhen. The facility will provide Chinese and foreign entrepreneurs alike with new business opportunities. It'll also be a powerful incentive for future tourists.
那么目前呢，我们接待量是每年接待游客3.9亿人次，旅游的消费总收入达到2200亿元人民币。但是我们觉得这个规模还不算很大。尽管呢，我们去年被评为这个福布斯公布的全球这个中国大陆。 第四个最具竞争力的这个旅游城市，重庆排在第3位。那我们现在如果说要重新定义它，那就是火锅、这个夜景、轻轨。
Lo Jian found that his colleagues travel frequently around the new railway stations. His job is to find solutions to problems afflicting his home city's pride and joy.
今天上午呢，我和我的同事乘坐2号线，在沿途呢进行了踏勘，主要呢是针对这个沿途站点和它的周边的用地和景观，以及步行系统的协调的问题。 具体的处理方式上呢，应该说有一些不同的探讨。 也有提出呢，直接是不是从山坡呀，我们做一些直接的步行系统的联系，能够直接到江边。但最后呢，这个方案给否掉了。为什么呢？就是因为这个结构上的这些问题啊，跨越这么多的道路，实际上这结构上这个是不可行的。
现在的话，就是从那个我觉得从地下走一条那个，利用桥下空间那个过来，然后和居住区啊形成一个通道，就利用桥下空间增加一些联系。
从桥下穿过来之后，滨江这些
对，这样造价上面是最低的，而且对城市的话没有太多的影响，而且把这个桥下公签啊给充分的利用起来了。对。
那么这个呢就更需要我们因地制宜，结合到我们这些山城步道，结合我们的地形，通过延伸这些步道呢，能够和我们的轨道交通进行更好的联系。
For a hot pot restaurant head chef, the working day begins with selecting and accepting supplies. Because the dishes are served half raw, flavor depends above all on the freshness and quality of the ingredients used.
好的，还可以啊，今天呢。
这菜都新鲜吧？
来，这个，拿进去啊。
这蘑菇也是今天早上才采摘的，今早上的蘑菇很新鲜。
好，吃。好，他们来吧。食材就是有生菜，豆芽，还有这个莲白、冬瓜，冬瓜属于瓜类了，这是生菜。 还有豆苗，豌豆尖儿，蔬菜还是比较偏多。
Centuries ago, when local boatmen needed a quick meal, they simply threw whatever was available into a pot of boiling water. The only consistent ingredient in that unsophisticated mix was a spicy and fragrant pepper native to Sichuan province. That fiery vegetable could help anyone warm up in any weather. And it's now an unofficial symbol of the fog capital and the principal ingredient of Chongqing hot pot. They say that in Chongqing there are as many hot pot restaurants as there are tailors. That's especially true in Yuzhong district. It covers just 9 square kilometers, and in that small space, there are more than 3,000 hot pot restaurants and the same number of tailor shops. It really is a favorite dish for the residents of Chongqing. Train driver Li Go plans to take his wife to a hot pot restaurant on the anniversary of the day they met. But that will be in the evening. By day, everyday life in Chongqing continues. The adults work and children study. To achieve good exam results, the art school headmistress has to be strict and implacable, even more with the teachers and the students. Every Friday, she holds a meeting where every single teacher is subject to a very frank appraisal. No one is exempt.
让我们的主管心里面觉得，是不是我一个人在工作呀？我不是一个孤军奋战噻，对不对？我觉得我们应该有点主人翁精神吧。就像我现在跟你讲的一样，就像我们那个啥，几乎周六周日没得休息的。小朋友现在才没有多长时间嘛，你就感觉哎呀，我好像周日我休息不了。
The school opening was funded by private investment, so the head is accustomed to hard work. Stylish and charming, she has yet to start her own family. Hardly a surprise considering she's always burning the midnight oil.
其实现在生活呢，我觉得比以前也要单调很多，因为可能平常在工作上面花的这种心思已经很多了。平常呢，可能唯一的爱好就是跟一些闺蜜在一起，可能就是喝喝茶呀。 好，看了这些过后，你就会觉得很放松， 就觉得好像每待在这种氛围里面，你就会觉得自己感觉到就是所有的工作的一些烦恼吧，都会忘掉的。
After her demanding meeting, Wu Xiaoni wanted to spend the evening in the calm and relaxed company of her girlfriends. But at work she almost forgot and barely noticed as dusk fell on Chongqing. She almost missed her rendezvous.
因为在那个大城市里面，在这种交通高峰的堵车期间的话，要跟朋友去玩，然后要去茶馆看戏的话，选择轨道交通是最好的一个方式。而且在城市里面的话，我觉得在拥堵的时候选择这个轨道交通也是最好的，能够解决出行的方式。对，重庆非常漂亮的地铁，你经过这里，你可以看到很多非常漂亮的那个景色的。
By night, Chongqing almost becomes another city. Wuxiaoni is passing Qiaotianmen Square. In Chinese, that means open skies. It's in the most modern part of the city, with high-rise business centers and hotels, and the buildings are bathed in spectacular illumination. The colossal skyscrapers are adorned with an incredible array of huge TV screens, which bring them to life after dark. Locals and tourists all crowd together to stroll and buy gifts in the streets of Zhefanbei, the main central shopping area. The hot Sichuan pepper came to symbolize Chongqing for a reason. Spice is the very essence of life here. Train driver Li Go's surprise plan was a success. His wife was very happy to mark their festive night with a fragrant hot pot. They ordered the traditional sizzling steamboat. They're both enjoying dinner, dipping thin slices of raw beef into a spicy broth. The dish also includes mushrooms and a local delicacy, a specially prepared goose intestine.
你好，两位，为我们的服务啊，菜品还有汤食啊，服务大家理解。好的，谢谢。啊，请慢用。
While the young couple enjoys the traditional dish, Wu Xiaoni and her girlfriends relish a traditional Chongqing show.
接下来呢，就是大家等待已久的川剧变脸。来，让我们一起来欣赏一下川剧变脸，不要吝啬你们的掌声。来，1、2、3，有请变脸大师隆重登场。
The performer sings in a variety of voices. Each song is presented with a new image, achieved instantly by changing masks. The artist has as many masks as Chongqing itself, the city in the mountains, the capital of fog, and the one-time capital of the Celestial Empire.